Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about 5 little productivity hacks I do to be a relatively productive business owner who has ADHD. So the first one is start the night before. So what I like to do is the night before, about 9 o'clock, so go to bed at 10, is I have a little nighttime routine. And what that looks like for me is I do a little bit of journaling, just sit down with a pen, scribble out my thoughts for the day, things I could have done better, things I want to improve on tomorrow, and things I did really well. And I kind of just brain dump before I go to bed and then plan out my day for the next day. And obviously my electronics are off. My phone is in another room being charged. It's off because I don't want to have notifications going off at night, which will interrupt my sleep, which will then keep me awake, which will then ruin my next day. So the key is to be able to wake up feeling rested and refreshed the next morning. And that obviously starts the night before. So really the main tip is just get yourself a nice nighttime routine that helps you wind down. Set a notification on your phone to basically to turn off the phone and start your routine. And that actually brings me into tip number 2, which is get your sleep schedule dialed in. So I have a notoriously hard time sleeping. The second I get into bed, my mind starts racing, and what I have to do, at least what works for me, is I usually just put on I have my tablet, which is no notifications on it. It's got no messenger. It's got no Facebook. It's got no apps that connect me to the outside world. And I just use that tablet for watching Netflix. Maybe I'll do some work stuff on it, graphic design stuff. And most importantly, I use Audible. So I put on a book that has a nice relaxing voice, listen to it while I go to sleep at a low volume, and it helps me tune out my own thoughts, and I usually get a pretty good night's sleep. So getting my sleep dialed in has been really instrumental in me being productive. For example, today I actually had a full night's sleep and had the motivation to film YouTube videos. So here we are, proof of that. So get your sleep schedule dialed in and you'll notice a huge jump in how you in your productivity and how you feel the next day. And number 3, this is for those guys who are there, or guys or girls out there who are medicated. Take your medication early. Obviously it lasts 12 to 14 hours, sometimes longer depending on the dose you're on. So take it early in the day. Helps you get that good kickstart into your day so you can get a lot of things done just kind of on the head of it, because it obviously hits within 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then just gives you a good start to your day, good productivity jump. Personally, I take mine the second I wake up. I wake up, have water, take my medication, and then I'll even have a cup of coffee with it. I know you're not really supposed to do that, but for me it helps me stay productive for a really long time. So that's step number 3. And then step number 4 is, plan a time of your day to just do nothing. So my schedule kind of looks like this. I wake up at 6. This is key. My phone's off all day. I don't have my phone on at all until about noon. So 6 hours I'm awake, no phone. Obviously, if you're a parent and you have kids and they're at school, that might not work for you. But for me, someone who is just, all I have is me. It's me and my wife and no kids yet. So we don't really have outside contacts to truly worry about in an urgent sense. And any client calls or meetings we schedule in the afternoon because I need that 6 to 12 time to dedicate to being productive. So I have my time to do nothing pretty much after that. So if I get 6 to 12 and then 12 to 2 I'm exercising, having lunch, and then around 4 or 5 o'clock is basically I'm done for the day. So I'm still getting a good 8 to 10 hours in the business and then I have the rest of the evening to do whatever I want, whether that's video games, movie, go fishing, whatever. It's just things I like to do, and I have my me time every day. So that's step number 4. And then step number 5, and this is just a general tip that's good for probably anybody, even if you don't have ADHD, and that's get your eating dialed in. Now, if you have ADHD, you have special dietary requirements, and I encourage you to really look into that, because I didn't realize how bad carbs messed me up and how bad sugar messed me up. I mean, I knew sugar kind of messed me up, but carbs in particular, I didn't know make me feel really distracted when I eat a bunch of carbs. My mind's even more all over the place, even if I am on the medication. And I've learned, at least for me, that I don't really like having carbs in the morning, and I will delay having them as long as I can. It just helps me stay, for whatever reason, I feel laser focused. I feel just on, and I feel just I can do things without being distracted. And then I have my lunch or my dinner, and I'll have some carbs in it, and then it's right away I'm oh, okay, yeah, this is this is dragging me down a little bit. So obviously you need to eat carbs, and I'm currently training for a marathon, so I need to eat carbs pretty much at every meal, and it's kind of like a temporary sacrifice. I mean, life is all about seasons, right? So this is a season for me where I definitely am not prioritizing like eating in a way that is super conducive to necessarily maybe being super focused, but I am prioritizing like my fitness and my health, so and my marathon. So like, you know, figure out what season you're in, decide if this works for you, and then go from there. So those are my 5 tips. Help you find some of those helpful. I'd love to hear some that you have. Leave them in the comments, just because, you know, knowledge is power. I'd love to hear what you guys got to say. And if you found any of this helpful, just leave a like and subscribe. Like I said in the last video, I'm new to this, and it would be really awesome to kind of get some feedback from you guys. Hopefully people are even seeing this, and then see what happens in the next video. So thanks again, guys. Take care.